Countdown for blast off. X minus 5, 4, 3, 2, X minus 1, fire. From the far horizons of the unknown come transcribed tales of new dimensions in time and space. These are stories of the future, adventures in which you'll live in a million could-be years on 1,000 maybe worlds. The National Broadcasting Company, in cooperation with Street and Smith, publishers of astounding science fiction, presents
X minus 1.
Tonight's story, 0 Hour, by Ray Bradbury.
It was a perfect summer day in the year 1985. Sunlight illumined the suburbs, and the town drowsed on a tide of warm, sunlit air. On the lawns, the children played. And in the homes, busy mothers prepared for the evening arrival of their husbands.
Excuse me, Mom.
Good heavens, Mink. What's all the excitement?
We're playing a game, Mommy, the most exciting game ever.
What are you doing in that cabinet?
I need some tools from Daddy's kit.
Your father may not
I'll
want...
take good care of them, Mom, I promise.
Very well, dear. Don't lose anything. Oh, what's the name of the game, Mink?
Invasion.
Invasion. What will they think of next?
This, and this, and this, and this. Put that over there and bring that over here. No, you ninny. Now get back while I fix this. They want it this way. See?
Sure. Just let me fix this.
We'd better talk to Drill and get some more instructions, Art.
Where is Drill? Drill? Hey, Drill. Drill?
He's in the rosebush, I think. I'll talk to him myself, and you write it down on the pad.
Okay.
Drill? Drill? Okay. Drill wants you to write down triangle.
What's a triangle?
Never mind. Drill will tell us when he wants us to know. It helps the invasion.
Well, how do you spell it?
Drill, how do you...
Shh! Mink, here's your mother looking out the window.
Mink? Who are you talking to?
The rosebush, Mom. Only it's not really a rosebush. That's Drill.
Well, who's Drill?
He's planning the invasion.
Oh, what an imagination. You'd better come in, dear, and clean up for supper.
In just a second, Mom. Art, did you write down what Drill just said?
Yup. 4, 9, 7, and A, and B, and X, and a fork, and a string, and a hexagony.
Hexagonal, Droopy.
Oh.
Come in, Mink. Supper's in 10 minutes.
Okay, Mom, just a minute. I have to tell Drill. I wish we didn't have to eat, though. It holds up the invasion.
Mink, for heaven's sake, slow down. You'll choke on that soup.
I can't, Mom. It's a matter of life and death.
What's a matter of life and death?
The invasion.
What invasion is that?
Oh, just some silly game the children have been playing.
Well, whatever it is, Mink, it'll wait until you've finished your supper, I'm sure.
But Drill is waiting for me, Daddy.
Oh, who's Drill? New boy in the neighborhood?
He's new, all right, only you can't see him. Not yet. He hasn't come through yet.
What do you mean you can't see him?
He lives in a rose bush in our backyard.
Oh.
Imagination, Henry.
Mm-hmm. Well, while you're at it, tell me more about this new game.
It's Martians invading Earth, Dad.
What?
Well, not exactly Martians, Dad. They're from, I don't know, from up.
And from the inside of that little head of yours.
You're laughing. Drill said you would. You'll kill Drill and everybody.
Well, I didn't know you could kill a Martian.
Not really a Martian, Mom. Maybe he's from Jupiter. Or Venus, even.
Imagine.
They couldn't figure out a way to attack the Earth. So the kids are helping the Martians.
Oh, pretty slick, those Martians, using the kids for a fifth column, eh, Mary?
Drill says after the invasion, we can stay up as late as we want. No more baths either.
Oh, is that so?
And we can watch all the grown-up televisor shows.
Well, I don't wonder this invasion has caught on among the kids.
Some of the kids are giving us trouble, like Dale Britz and Petey Jarrick. They're growing up, so they won't believe in the invasion. They make fun. Worse than parents, even. I hate them worst. We'll kill them first.
I hope you're saving your father and me for last.
Drill says you're dangerous. Know why?
Why?
'Cause you don't believe the Martians ought to let us kids run the world. But I think they'll let me keep you because I'm helping so much. I'll talk to Drill. Maybe we won't have to kill you.
Mary, I think this nonsense has gone far enough.
Can I go out now, please?
Run along, dear.
Don't worry, Dad. I won't let them hurt you.
Televisor.
Oh, would you please connect me with Mrs. Helen Rogerson on Channel 72Z, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
What is your channel, please?
817X, New Rochelle, New York.
Thank you. Just a moment. Go ahead. You can see your party now.
Hi, Sis. How are things in New York?
Fine, Helen. How are things in Pittsburgh? Oh, you look tired.
Oh, I've been having a terrible time with the children.
Sick?
No, just underfoot. They've got a new game that's got me just about crazy. It's called Invasion.
Did you say invasion? Isn't that strange? My mink is playing it, too.
My boy Tim is all involved with some imaginary fellow named Drill who's running the invasion.
Must be a new password. Mink likes him, too.
How do you suppose these games start? My backyard looks like a scrap drive. They've got every conceivable kind of mechanical gadget out there. I talked to Josephine Schiller in Boston, and she says her kids are wild about it, too. It's sweeping the country.
I can't understand it. Helen, do you suppose...
What?
Oh, nothing. Just a wild thought that crossed my mind. Oh, say, the reason I called is that black and white cake recipe...
What was that?
I don't know. One of the children might have hurt himself. I'll have to run and see, dear. Call me back tonight, will you?
All right, Mary. Bye.
Mink? What is it? Who was that who screamed?
Peggy Ann.
What happened?
She got scared and ran home.
Did you hit her?
Nope, she just got scared. She's a scare baby anyway.
Now, Mink, tell me why she screamed.
No, I can't.
Mink, you'll answer me or come inside this instant. I've had enough nonsense.
I can't quit now, Mom. It's almost 0 hour.
Then tell me what frightened Peggy Ann.
Okay, she saw Drill. He almost came through.
Through what?
Those pipes and things we set up. She looked into one of the pipes and screamed. I guess she saw Drill.
And no one hit her?
No, Mom.
Very well, Mink. I'll call Peggy Ann's mother and see how she is.
If we could only get Drill through, it would be easy. Then all the others could come through after him.
I'm going in now, Mink. I'll call you in for your bath in half an hour. Your father and I want to go out tonight.
You won't be able to go out, Mom.
Why not?
0 hour is 5 o'clock, Mom.
Hello, dear.
Oh, you're home early, Henry.
Mm-hmm. Thought I'd relax a little before we went to the theater. Where's the little one?
Out back.
Oh, same game?
Mm-hmm. Same game. They've got a stack of pipes and hammers and spoons a mile high out there.
Oh, children. Why do we have them?
Well, they are strange creatures, aren't they? Even Mink. She's a part of us, and yet...
Yeah, look, dear, I'd like to discuss this with you, but we do have a theater date, and it's almost 5 o'clock now, so... Say, what's happened to the kids? They're so quiet. when children are quiet, you know there's some mischief. Say, what's that sound?
I don't know.
Those kids aren't playing with anything electrical, are they?
Oh, I'm sure they aren't. At least...
Just the same, I'd better go out.
Henry, ask them to put off the invasion.
Good Lord, what's that? Mary, look out the window.
Henry!
What is it? Where are the children? Mary, why are you shaking? What did you see?
Henry! Quick, up to the attic.
Well, they aren't in the attic.
Yes, the attic, quick.
No, Mary, come back here. Mary, don't go up. They aren't up there. Mary, are you out of your mind? There's no one up here.
Quick, shut the door. Lock it.
But there's nothing up here. What is wrong with you? Now, Mary, come to your senses.
Henry, we've got to stay here and hide.
What are you talking about?
I saw it through the window. Henry, it was horrible. They weren't making believe. It is an invasion.
Oh, Mary, for heaven's sake, let's get down out of this attic and talk this over sensibly. I want to find out if Mink is all right.
She's all right. I saw her. She was leading them around the corner of the house.
Leading who? The kids?
Shh. Listen.
Well, there's nothing.
Listen. The front door. They're coming.
Good Lord, those kids sound like 50 men with boots on.
No, not men. Oh, please, God, don't let them find us. Don't let them, please, God.
I don't understand this. Who's there?
Don't shout, they'll hear.
Who's down there? I demand that you answer me.
Oh, they're coming. The whole house is shaking.
Who's there?
Hush, please be quiet. They might go away. Henry.
Mom? Dad? Are you in the attic?
Henry, listen.
That's Mink. It's Mink. We've got to save her.
Henry, don't you understand? She's leading them.
What?
She's leading them. She's on their side, Henry. Oh, please, God, forgive them.
The children on their side?
She told us, but we wouldn't believe her. Shh, listen. They're coming up. Oh, God.
Mom? Dad? We know you're in there. I guess you better melt the lock drill.
Henry, the lock. It's melting. The door. Oh, dear God.
Mom, Dad? Oh, I see you now. Peekaboo!
You have just heard X-1, presented by the National Broadcasting Company in cooperation with Street and Smith, publishers of astounding science fiction. Tonight, by transcription, X-1 has brought you 0 Hour by Ray Bradbury, as adapted for radio by George Lefferts. Featured in the cast were Nina Reeder, David Pfeffer, Peggy Lubin, Les Damon, Raleigh Bester, Bob Hastings, and John Larkin. X-1 was directed by Daniel Sutter and is an NBC Radio Network production. And now, next week, The Vital Factor by Nelson Bond. The story of a man who sought to rule the universe and then discovered that this formula for gaining that power was minus one precious ingredient. You'll hear it on X-1.
It's Groomed for Your Interests, weekday, NBC Radio.
Good morning, freaks and weirdos and everybody out there. How you doing? What's going on?
I got the same old crap going on here, people. It's just the same old crap. Nothing much. Nothing much.
Tell you what, though, I'm gonna go get some friggin' coffee. I'll be right back. Don't nobody go nowhere. Petaluma.
Jeez, what the hell's going on here?
Alright, let me check a dog here. Come on in here, big face. Aye. Alright, no wedgie, no wedgie. Oh, Lord. Hi, big face. Boy. Well, how the hell are you? I are okay. Got to sleep early last night. Of course, had to get up and deal with dogs this morning. Hi. What's going on? What's going on, Betsy Ross? No food for you. No food for you. Right. So anyways, like for sure, you know. Oh, I was working on my book of Frederick yesterday. Here's my book of Frederick. Isn't that cool? Little book. Open it up. And I have to stitch in the actual pages. But what's really neat is I made the outside cover of this to be like a folder so that I could put my map in here. And here is the map that's not quite finished yet. There is my Minecraft map there. It's just penciled out right now. And it's a good thing I started with pencil, but I was making mistakes left and right. So there you go, my little map goes in the folder alongside the pages of the book, which will be in there, and then I will have my actual pages. And then I think I'm going to put a buckle a little buckle on the outside to wrap around. So I'll put a little buckle here that'll swing around the side. A little buckle or tie or something cute. And then this will go with the game with my daughter. It'll be my little daughter's window on my world there. Right? I'll have to hide things in the world, you know. What's really neat is you create a book with leather and paper. First you got to get the leather, and then you got to get the cane and make the paper, and you got to do all of this stuff, right? Eventually you can make a book, and then you can open up that book and you can actually write in that book with the keyboard, right? Which is pretty cool. So what I'll do is I'll put together a couple of books and leave them in chests, little places here and there, so that, you know, at some point if my daughter comes along and plays it, she can find these little tidbit surprises and Easter eggs and stuff. Wouldn't that be cool? Totally cool, man. Totally cool, dude. Alright, let's get some of this coffee in here. Oh yeah, that's it. That's gonna do it. That is gonna do it. Do it. Well, I know it's kind of early for a lot of people, huh? All the people that I usually want to talk to are either asleep or getting ready for work or at work, right? It's kind of a bummer. Got all these things I want to say. Yeah. Well, where's my trusty fly on the wall? That's what I want to know. Where's my good old fly on the wall? Boy. Oh yeah, I loaded up 9 videos yesterday for next week. I have 7 more to go, I believe. Yeah, 7 more videos to go to upload for the week. I finished my intro, my new intro for the Nighttime Nonsense and Nostalgia Show. I finished the video portion with its own ending. So the Nighttime and Nostalgia Show ends at the end of the hour that I created. I created an open and a close for Minecrafting Monday. Or Monday Minecrafting, however you want to say it. I think it's Minecrafting Monday with Crazy Old Weird Bearded Guy. I think that's what it's called. So I did the intro and the outro to that. I have to put together my Elsinore Brothers and Sisters live. But I've got a week to put that one together. Since I stopped doing my nighttime show, I'm introducing the redeveloped programs one a week. So this week we get Friday Nighttime Nonsense and Nostalgia. Next week we get Monday Minecrafting and Nighttime Nonsense and Nostalgia. The following week we're going to get Monday Minecrafting, Elsinore Brothers and Sisters, and Nighttime. So 3 shows. 1 is redeveloped. 2 of them are completely new. Well, I've been fiddling around with the Minecrafting on this channel here, but now it's become an actual show. And we will be spending time there in Frederick, the world that I created. So whatever we do on Minecrafting, it's going to be in survival mode, and it's going to be in that one world, and it's going to be live. I'm not going to be doing anything in these worlds any longer off air. So anytime I play now, it's going to be on Monday, and it's going to be live. Just like that. That's it. That's all there is to it. We're still battling with ants. You know what was really neat is I got up and there was ants everywhere, so I sprayed. But then I noticed this little cup that had stuff in it, and I'm not sure what it was. Whether it was just water, or whether it was something sweet, or what. But it was just a little tiny clear plastic cup with about this much liquid in it and about this many ants. I mean, it was just literally, the bottom was just filled with ants. And there were more trying to get into it. It was like, well, what the hell is this? Let's put a bucket of this underneath the mobile home and let them all go to that, right? Let's see how many that'll kill. So, I don't know. But if we can take a big, giant chunks out of their numbers, they're going to give up. They're just going to give up. They're going to lose too many. There's bodies everywhere, man. Fucking bodies everywhere. Telling you. Let's see, what else did I do yesterday? I finished off the paperwork I had to do, and the girls dropped it off. Well, I did pretty good. I got all that stuff uploaded. Elements for the 2 shows done. Fuck it, I'm going back to bed. Chajahama. Totally. No, really. I will be getting a nap today, since I have that evening show to do. Gosh, I'm excited now. I'm really, really excited.
He's always saying that. He's not really excited.
How do you know? I'm excited just to be awake, just to be alive. Are you kidding me? It's painful as hell, but it's worth it to have a few minutes a day with my wife and daughter. It's worth the 24 hours of pain to get those few minutes. It is. I don't know if it's always going to be like that. The pain may get to... So, but I'm here. I'm weird. Get used to it. Ignominious. Magnanimous. Totally. Lort. L-O-R-T. What the hell are the Pringles for? They're for my PB&Js, man. I like Pringles with my PB&J. What? Boy. I guess I got good sleep last night. I mean, I got probably 4 hours. Of course, the more sleep I get, the more I want to sleep. The more I just say, fuck it, I'm sleeping. It's one of those things that, one of those insomniac traits, right? No sleep, no sleep, no sleep, no sleep, no sleep. Oh, way too much sleep. No sleep, no sleep, no sleep, no sleep, no sleep. Way too much sleep. Yeah. At least that's the way it works for me. I don't know about all you other insomniacs out there, but this shit's making me crazy. I have been dealing with this insomnia mostly, off and on, but mostly my entire life. Everybody else would be asleep in the house and I'd be lying in bed going, duh, or up sneaking in to watch TV and then get in trouble because, why don't you go to sleep? Well, I can't sleep. I gotta sleep. My stomach hurts. Get out of the bathroom. My stomach hurts. Get out of the fucking bathroom. I feel emotional. Stop fucking crying, you big fucking baby. Yeah. Yeah. The answers I would get during my childhood. Yep, that's the way it works. At some point I'll have to sit here and make a bunch of more old-time radio show videos for the rest of the month. It takes a lot. It does. It takes quite a lot. I got all the X-1s are done. There's a few of the other shows that are... I've got them wrapped up for this month, but there are a few that I'm going to have to upload or download a few more from my internet sources. Did he say horses? That's what I said. I said horses. Well, it's hard to believe this is episode 95 of season 3. I thought I would have stopped the morning show by now, figuring I would have had to do some procedure or something. But you know, getting approved for that shit. So, here I sit. Wondering when I'm gonna put this show in hiatus, wondering when I'm gonna be able to start playing my guitar again. Man, you try and you try. It's just not enough. Yeah. My coffee needs more coffee in it. Well, no word from the t-shirt place yet. I'm hoping well, actually, I don't need to know anything until next week. Next week. And then a week from next Wednesday is when I need the shirts, or at least one. But because I've already have the shirts there, and I'm hoping to only have to deal with ink for right now until we get the shirt thing up and going, right? As soon as I get a little bit of shirt money coming in, then I can take care of the shirt people and produce a whole bunch more shirts. And I'm not going to be producing a lot of extra shirts. I am going to be producing shirts to order. Now, when we get a huge order in and I order shirts and it looks like, you know what, most of the people are ordering this size, give me a few extra in that size. And then I can, when the orders are coming in, I can get out a couple of really quick, take that money, get some more ordered. Between ordering shirts, buying shirts, donating shirts, I don't know how to take the money from that. The only way I can deal with it is, or think of how to deal with it is, you know, X amount for donation. Here's the cost of the shirt. Here's the extra cost of shirt stuff, and then everything else gets funneled into a savings. That's the only way I can come up with dealing with it, so that the shirts kind of take care of themselves, and the money dribbles off. The excess money dribbles off into an account for the party. That's the best way I can deal with it. That's what I got. So, yeah, that's it. Oh. Oy, pardon me. Oy. It's my nose. It got a little, you know, wonky. Okay. There, that's better. Not much, but it's better. So, let's finish eating so we can drink coffee. Yeah, I really had hoped that at some point during the morning show I'd get more people to come and hang out. I mean, it is awesome that I get the people to come by who do come by, Joey and Jacob and Graham and Biased and a bunch of other people that stop by occasionally and say, hey, what's up? That's really cool. I would like to get more people that I know, really actually know. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Oh, there's this commercial. I don't know, some job hunting commercial, some app that helps you get work, right? And there's this commercial about this guy, and he's going through this stuff, and he's like, I'm a commercial. And I'm like, what the fuck did he say? And his girlfriend, like, in the shower going, what? And he's like, I don't think I'm right for this. I don't think I'm right for this job. I don't think I'm right for the job. I was like, dude, you ain't right for this job if you can't enunciate your fucking words. Are you speaking English? You know, and then of course his girlfriend in front of the shower, big face. You're perfect for this job, with the perfect speech, right? He's like, I don't think I'm right for the job. Oh man. The one biggest thing that bothers me about modern media is that 30 or 40 years ago, morons would not be allowed to do the news, the weather, try to sell you things, right? Now you got all of these fucking mushmouth morons on there who don't speak English correctly. I mean, they're American, right? Yet they do not have the ability, Americans do not no longer have the ability to speak correctly and enunciate their words, right? Use words correctly. It's pathetic, right? It used to be that people in the media were role models, which means that people would look to them, children would look to them as an example of how to be. And now you've got these mushmouth anchor people, and I spend more time trying to figure out what the hell did they just say, and who wrote this copy, right? They're saying things that is not a correct sentence, right? They're speaking incorrectly. If they're going to attack the English language, use the English language, okay? Don't just pretend. It sickens me. You know, and then I got, you know, your daughter or your kid starts picking up these little things about the speech. It's like, what did you just say? No, you need to pronounce that T. If there's a T in your word and it's supposed to be used, don't skip over it, right? Don't pretend that you're from some other region because you see it on YouTube or on TV or somewhere, okay? Here's where you're from. Here's how you speak. Speak correctly so that the people in your area know what the fuck you're saying, right? If the people over there don't know what the fuck you're saying, well, it's probably because they have a different dialect and a different accent and all that shit. If you're here, speak like you're fucking here, right? I'm not talking about people from other countries who speak other languages or even live in this country and speak other languages. I'm talking about people in this country, American people, who were born and raised to the American English language and who completely fucking destroy it. You know, because people don't read anymore. I learned my speech from reading books, from watching correct people speaking. So much so that when I hear something on television, did that news anchor just mispronounce that word 3 times? Well, what the fuck? Has he not got a dictionary? Did whoever wrote this copy for him write it out phonically? I mean, come on. If they can't go, I don't know what I'm saying. Type it out so I know what I'm saying. That's what I am saying. Ugh. Sad. Pathetic. Very sad. Role models. There's no such thing as a role model anymore. There's a role model for being this douche, a role model for being that fuckhead, a role model for being this bitch, a role model for being a fucking grubby, greedy asshole, right? There are very few positive role models out there anymore. They're mostly a role model. This is what you do to be a jerk. This is how to be a jerk. There's, 1,000 guys lining up to be that jerk because I want to be that jerk. Be your own jerk. At least it would be original. My God, I mean, so many guys walking around, they're going, why? Because they fucking saw it. They saw somebody do it. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Or this. Give me a fucking break. That's just, there are fads, and then there are fucking morons. Be yourself, people. Fucking be yourself. Just stop being clones of idiots you fucking see on TV or in the media. Stop it. Just fucking stop it. We don't need a bunch of those fucking idiots. Alright? And you can't compete on their level anyway, so give it up. You ain't that fucking stupid. Stop trying to be. Please. Please. Finish eating this thing so I can get fucking loaded. Try to get out of my fucking head, man. Out of my fucking head. There we go. She's all plugged in now, yeah, mate. My place is a disaster here. For the last couple of weeks, I've just been going through shit crazy. Crazy. Telling you. Yep. And it used to be at 5:30, I'd be leaving the house. It used to be at 5:30 in the morning, Pacific Standard Time. I would be grabbing my gear and running out the door into the van, the minivan, the tool van, the work van, and headed off to some handyman job somewhere, right? And try to get as much done as possible before noon. Because at about noon, I'd be done. I'd be done for the day. The fucking heat out here. So I'd go out before sunup, and I would get set up, and by the time the sun was coming up, I was working. And then I would work for 6 hours straight with no break. And then that was my day. And then in the evening, if I could line up an evening job, 3 hours before dark, I would go out again and do some other handyman work. And after I just got too broken, I just decided, you know what? I am going to go out one of these days and somebody's going to find my fucking body, right? Because I'm just killing myself out there. Just killing myself. Nope, I don't want no more of that. If I'm going to die, I want to die, you know, in a house, comfortably with air conditioning on, not out fucking sweating my ass off. I don't want to die alone. I want to die with my wife or daughter or somebody nearby, or at least a fucking dog, right? So yeah, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to stop doing that kind of work, because I'm at the point now to where, you know, too much of that work, and I'm just going to keel over, period. I still do that kind of work, but only a little bit, and I try to only do it inside or in the decent weather. I think if I won the lottery, the first thing that I would do would probably go to the houses that we take care of and repay those people by sinking a bunch of money into their houses, right? Oh, we're never going to get the roof done. Boom, here's a new roof. You know, don't do anything, don't ask them about it, don't talk to them about it, just have it done. Boom. You know, one of the houses, I want the interior painted and redecorated. Just do it. Just say, hey, here's the new look. I'm sure it's going to get rented now. And if not, you aren't out any money. I'm telling you, I'm having too much fun, right? Yeah, I'm having way too much fun for a guy in this kind of fucking pain. Way too much. I didn't think you could have this much fun and have this much pain at the same time. It's true. It's absolutely true. True that. True story, baby. Oh yeah. Kind of guy, I'm telling you. Oh yeah. Well, I'll be answered dead again. Of course, they'll be back. They are always back. The little cup of liquid, I gotta find out what that was. Who left that little cup of liquid there? What was in it? You know, and if they love that stuff so much they're willing to dive in and become ant soup because of it, well then we need to put some more of that stuff under the mobile where the ants are coming from and get them all to go into there, right? Let's do that. All we got to do is kill enough numbers. If we kill if more numbers than they can handle, they'll give up, right? At least until they get replenished. Yeah, the little engine that could.
Oh, can he?
That's iffy. Ooh, I think I want to watch War Games. Matthew Broderick, Ali Sheedy,
Dabney Coleman. Yeah.
It's a good movie. Ooh, our Last Starfighter. That's another good one. That's another, I'm gonna really dig that one. Robert Preston is in that. He plays the alien. And it is just, I love Robert Preston. He wasn't in enough movies as far as I'm concerned. Robert Preston needed to do more movies, and I need to see more Robert Preston movies because I know there's got to be a bunch out there that I just haven't seen. No, big dog. You don't need to go nowhere. You don't need to do nothing. It's too early to do anything anyway. Hi, Ollie. Good morning. Well, keep your face off the floor and I won't be picking hairs out of your mouth. Oi. Yeah, I gotta come up with some copy, some words for the Elsinore live show. That's gonna be, basically I need to put forth some explanations onto exactly what is going on with the reunion festival. What are the deal with shirts? What are the deal with invitations? You know, what are the plans? What are the rules? What's the show? I think once I start doing that show every week and get a guest to come on every week wearing a shirt, right? That'll be important. That will be important. Hey, what do you want? Hey, it's Manny Mo and Jack. Manny Mo and Jack. Oh, you want your blanket? I get it. Okay, let me get your bed. Here's Sam's bed. There you go. Up's a doodle. Sam's bed. There you go. And there's Sam's bed. There you go. Sam is in his bed. My Sam. My Sam. My buddy. My buddy. My buddy. My buddy. Turtley. Turtley. Turtley, dude. Turtley, turtley, turtley. Okay. Get it together. Get it together. I just get scrambled because my brain is processing all this pain that's coming in because I'm waking up, and the more I wake up, the more the pain processes, and the more I just sit here going blah 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 blah. There are some times when I am so fraught with pain that I will just kind of sit there zoning on the pain, right? And just all of a sudden, oh crap, I've been drooling. I mean, it's like, oh my God. Yeah. Is that guy drooling? Yeah, he is. Yeah. It just becomes so fucking overwhelming. So there was this documentary that I watched when I was younger, much, much, much younger. And it was one of those, it was before the internet. And it was on one of those PBS type channels, right? Before major cable too. This was back when antenna TV ruled and cable was just coming about. MTV was still new. There still was no VH1. And I watched this documentary on this, I can't remember where, somewhere in England or in Europe, or maybe it was in Ireland. Yeah, maybe it was in Ireland. And there was this coal mine, right? And they had kept taking all of the excess ore stuff, right? And they just kind of pull it out of the mine and push it, and it just becomes this big hill outside the mine. Well, it all resided over a small town, right? And when it rained and rained and rained and rained and rained, and all of this sediment crap that was removed from inside the mountain all decided to just landslide, right? A mudslide. And it buried the school filled with children, and that town lost most of its children that day, right? And that documentary always just stuck with me, so much so that I actually searched out, could not find the documentary, but actually searched out and found other documentaries on other slides that was like, oh my gosh, really? This stuff happens all the time, you know, or it used to. It's just crazy, you know. Where it's all about money, 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 money. Oh yeah, people. Money, 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 money. Oh, the people. Money, 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 money. Oh, and the poor people. And that's how it works, you know. Slaves to the dollar. That's it. And if we're not slaves to the dollar, we're slaves to the guys who are slaves to the dollar, which in turn make us slaves to the dollar. Yeah, I know. If I had like one ultimate life wish, you know, how would I want to live? I would want to live naturally off the land and not have to deal with bullshit. Yeah, I'd like to have all of my creature comforts and stuff, but I'd still like to grow my own food, raise my own chickens and that kind of shit. And have my own power, you know, have my own solar, my own wind generator, you know, have a stream nearby with a freaking turbine in it, whatever, you know. I would love to spend the last year of my life completely self-reliant, you know. I'd also like to spend, you know, here comes that lottery dream again, right? Spend a summer living in Elsinore on the lake, a summer on the beach, a summer in the mountains, you know, a winter at Disney World. You know, I'd love to do all these little things before I have to leave this planet. They call it a bucket list, I think. Right? Boy, do I got a bucket list. It's more about doing, right? Of course, it takes a lot of money to do stuff nowadays. I mean, I thought things were expensive back in the 90s. It's like, oh my gosh. And then just went cuckoo, bananas. Bananas. So next week there's the anniversary of the downfall of this country from within. And you can believe all the bullshit you want. The reality is, you don't know shit. And they don't want you to know shit. So you got to read between the lines. And if your eyes aren't open enough, you ain't going to see shit between those lines. I'm telling you. There's been something going on here for almost 25 years. Well, much longer, but it's been quite apparent for the last 25 years to the people who will actually see what's going on. Most people don't want to. They would just want to be, you know, cozy in their little jammies, tucked in their little beds at night and all safe and comfy and cozy, and so they just say, take care of me. They don't care how or who or what or why or when or where, just take care of me. Which leads us to the state of the world now. It's really, really sad. What's really, really sad is I got politicians, political parties coming after me from both directions, right? This guy's bad, give us money so we can fight him. No, this guy's bad, give us money so we can fight him. And it's like, you dumb sons of bitches. I ain't that stupid. The money all goes to the same fucking place, Washington. It don't matter whose fucking hands it goes to. It's still the same greedy little fucking greasy asshole fuckheads that have fucked this place up from the get-go. And we just keep passing the buck. Let them deal with it. They're in charge. Let them deal with it. That's what they want. For us to just be totally complacent, and compliant, right? Just get over it. Just let them deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. Please. You got a lot of gung-ho people that are like, yeah, let's go deal with it. Yeah. Femper Psi. It's not my bag, baby. It's not my way to follow a group into oblivion, because that's the direction everybody's going. No. I've never been one to fall for a bullshit propaganda or that bullshit that they try to convince you is good, right? It's like, this is the way, this is good. You have to do that. And then you find out 6 months, couple of years later, no, that was not good, man. That was not good. Why'd you guys buy that stuff? It was bad, man. You want to join this class action lawsuit now? Because we're going after those fuckers who said it was good, but it was really bad. And then them fuckers, they're like, well, we told you that it was bad. We did right in the fine small print where that you can't see. It said, hey, by the way, this is bad and don't do this, right? Even if they really, really sell you on it, don't do it because it's bad. And it's going to give you cancer and it's going to kill you. Everywhere you go, you pull up to the drive-thru, you're handing over your money and they're giving you fast food as you're reading on the glass. And California thinks all this shit in here is going to kill you. But we're going to sell it to you anyway because the decision is yours. You know, you get people hooked on greasy, fat, fried foods, and it is addictive. And then tell them that it's going to kill them. We saw the same thing with alcohol and cigarettes, right? Cigarettes bad, they're going to kill you. People double down and start smoking cartons instead of packs, right? You can't tell me I can't do it. Fuck it, if it's going to kill me, I'm going to do it anyway. It's the human condition, you know? It's the human condition. Why do you think I'm sitting here and not inside of a fucking hospital, right? I refuse to believe that any of them sons of bitches care this much about me, right? They don't. None of them. If they did, they wouldn't be just throwing pills at you, telling you to get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna go play golf, right? Now, you don't get doctors anymore who actually give a shit. There's a few out there, you know. I saw one yesterday. Oh wait, that was Doc Baker on Little House on the Prairie, right? He gave a shit. I want one of those doctors. He didn't know shit. Well, yeah, that's because he, it was 150 years ago. Give me one of those doctors today with the knowledge of 50 years medical practice, right? Somebody who has a lot of books and encyclopedias and stuff, and not just a phone. Well, let me just Google this. Let me just call my comrades and ask him what one he can Google it for. Like, give me a fucking break. Do I want one of those doctors? One of these youngsters who Googled their way through medical school? Anybody in the last 30 or 40 years that's graduated medical school is more than likely cheated their way through fucking medical school. You can't do that. It's not possible. Bullshit. Everything's possible. Right? Everything's... Saying that it's not possible, that's dumb. That's just not possible. That could never happen. Yeah, right. Where have you been? Anything's fucking possible now. Anything. Anything. Anything at all, right? If I just all of a sudden decided one day that I want to be recognized, right? You have to recognize me as the person that I feel myself to be, right? So if I feel like I am a 40-year-old pregnant black woman from Mississippi, then you all best believe me and you best start treating me such, right? or I'm going to get to whooping on all of you. That's allowed now. If a white woman in Nebraska can say that she's black just because she's got a tan and work for the ASPCA, right? Is that no the NA, the RA, NCAA, PPO, LMNOP? I don't know what the fuck all these anagram bullshit is. You know, the people who go after people who fuck with people, right? Those people. That's what I'm fucking saying. You get a hold of that and chase your tail. No, I said chase my tail. Check my dog there. He's tired. He's asleep, so he ain't chasing his tail right now. Any other time of the day, sure. He'll just be walking along, and he'll just turn around and go, "Arr," and snap at his tail, and then spin around a few times. He only does it when he's excited and happy. And so I know the reasons he does it. You know, I don't know why. I know the reasons that causes him to do it, but I don't know why he does it. He's a weirdo, but he's my weirdo. Yeah. So there you have it. My easel behind me is empty because I pulled my clipboard here. This is my giant clipboard. It's got paint and stuff all over it from years of doing art. So it's quite the yeah. And it's all cut up too from cutting stuff on it. Yeah, that's my big clipboard. I like my big clipboard. So it was on my easel back here, holding my daughter's ELO poster. I think I'm going to set it back up. Put something. I don't know. I kind of like the color of all of the old art jobs on it. So maybe I'll just leave that. I have two of these. I got another one somewhere. So I'll put that back on the easel, and then I'm going to start using that to display things that I want to discuss. I think I'm just kind of still floundering here in the morning show because I don't know what's going on. You know, I'm waiting on procedures to get approved and shit so I can go do shit, and then I was just going to halt the show for a little while. So when I come back, I'm going to come back with a new season, and I want to get into utilizing more of the stuff in this room here. So I'm going to set up a table here in this spot here, a work table, and have the camera pointed, you know, down at the table looking at what I'm working on. And I'm going to start doing stuff. I think that Television Tuesday, I think I'm going to start bringing in my TVs, my VCRs, my that kind of media stuff, so that on you know, Tuesdays we can do TV stuff and actually like work on a TV and get it up and working and test it and get it on a working VCR ready to go. My friend Bush has sent over a television and a VCR now, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get them working, right? And if I can get them working properly, then yeah, get them cleaned up, put some tapes with them together, and get them back to Bush so that he can use them, possibly use them on his open mic thing, right? So more stuff to set up, TV, VCR, hook it all up, plug it in, push play. I don't know if it's worth it. But at the very least, he can take it home and watch movies. And I've got like hundreds of tapes. So I could be like like a Blockbuster, right? I'll call myself the Video Barn in honor of the Lake Elsinore video store at Four Corners, right next to Stater Brothers. Video Barn. I wish I still had one of their cards. Maybe I do, somewhere in a box somewhere. It's possible. I'm going to have to start going through shit. Start cataloging my life here, because I've got a ton of shit to go through. I've got so many boxes of pictures. I've got 20, 30 coffee cups up here on my shelves. I've got boxes out there with more coffee cups and other things, you know. I've got those wooden drawer things that you get with the 2 or 3 drawers for videotapes, right? And you used to get them at like Kmart and stuff, and or you could find them on the remember when they had the record and tape club? Later on, they had the videotape club, and you could buy videotapes, and they would sell those boxes. If you buy so many tapes, and we'll send you a box to put together, and you can put your tapes in a box. Yeah. So I've got a stack of those wooden crate boxes, things with the drawers filled with videotapes. Plus, I've got a stack of boxes in my storage that are loaded with videotapes. Well, I have a dozen boxes, at least 100 or so in each box, at least. And then I've got these giant boxes out there. I've got like 5 or 6 boxes loaded with DVDs. Right? Oh, message to my sister. I got back from the old man before he departed a bag of DVDs that you had left with him to watch, and that entire bag has been sitting in its entirety in my storage for years. So if you're watching, it's waiting for you. So at some point we'll have to get together somewhere and get that stuff to you, like that there. The dog is licking. She still like a drink of the water. She still like a drink of the water. But yeah, I've just got tons, and then I've got thousands and thousands of LPs, records. I bought this huge collection of records, 45s, LPs, 78s, just tons of stuff, books, magazines, the window displays for the record stores, right? So I bought this whole collection of stuff for like a pittance, right? It's like 10 carloads in my Saturn, packed, front and back trunk, so I'm surrounded by that stuff here, but this is like a tiny portion of what I have. The rest is sitting in storage, and it's just a matter of having too small a place here to have it all in one spot. If I had like a giant 10,000 square foot warehouse with a dirt floor, right? Doesn't even have to have windows. Some skylights would be great, right? But a 10,000 square foot warehouse on 5 acres in the middle of nowhere, that's what I need. Because I would just go inside there and map it all out and say, okay, look, over here, this is going to be the library. And it would just be walled. It would just be put a concrete pad, put a little room on it, and fill that room wall to wall with records and tapes and books and CDs and DVDs and reel-to-reels and 8-tracks and cassettes and all of that shit. Oh, 8-tracks. Yeah, I've got like upwards of 1,000 8-tracks. I've got hundreds of TV guides. I've got encyclopedias over here from the 1980s. You name it. I'm trying to shoehorn it into this little room here. And it's always revolving. It's always moving because I want everything in here. So I'm just like, all right, I've had this in here long enough. I got to pack it up, box it away, and then bring in another box, open it up, and go, more stuff to play with. Yeah, but if I had a giant warehouse where I could just go in there in a dirt floor and a concrete pad here, there's a room. Little path, there's a room. Little path, there's a room. Here's a kitchen, here's a bedroom, here's a living room, here's a library, here's a music room, here's a tree house, here's Dog World, botanical garden, have it all in the middle inside the warehouse, so that between the middle and the outside wall of the warehouse, you've got forest and jungle all around you that goes off into a painting. So it's from within side, it's seamless, that it just goes off forever. So it feels like you're just sitting in the middle of a rainforest, right? Beautiful. That would be great. Birds and bugs and lizards and snakes and turtles and fish and dogs and cats and goats and just everything, you know. Little doggy doors on the warehouse, so dogs will take a path through the jungle and get to an outdoor and then go out into another exterior world outside the warehouse, right? An enclosed dog garden here, you know. Yeah, only the cats can get into this world here because they have to follow a certain path, and now they're in cat world. Yeah. And then it would be like a tiny home community within, surrounded by forest, and then the walls of the warehouse. And then you can expand. You can just add on to the warehouse. It's like, okay, now we need to add on another 1,000 square foot over here, you know, and then have like a cave-like tunnel that takes you to the next one, you know, and have it built inside the warehouse, so that when you're on that path and you leave the music library and you walk over here and you open this gate and walk through, and then go through some bushes, and now you're in a cave, and you walk through this cave, and then you pop up in a cave over here, cave entrance, and now you're in another warehouse where it's another type of world, right? Wow. And then have some family or friends living over in that one, and then another little pathway that goes over, then have them all tied together. You know, some of the paths are so far that you need a little monorail, you know, or one of those little bike things that you sit on, and it's on like a chain drive, and it just pulls you along, you know. Grab a little golf cart and tool around a little cave-like road that takes you from place to place on this giant hunk of property, and you all just kind of live in your own little worlds, you know, that are kind of intertwined with the real world and the outside world. And then more and more of the outside world becomes part of the inside world by it being enclosed, so that eventually you have like a biodome, right? You have like an enclosed world with, you know, actual forests and you know, wildlife absorbed into it, rather than you go in and you tear out everything and you build a house and then you keep killing off the wildlife that tries to come back. Rather than do that, you go out and you surround some wildlife and you build around it, and then you encourage that wildlife to exist within the area with you, right? So now your dogs are family friends with squirrels, right?
Squirrel.
Dog just what? It's universal, you know. The dog planet must go up against the squirrel planet, you know, in some galaxy battle somewhere. Because anytime you say that, you know, any kind of dog, you say that word, and they're like, what? Where? Too much. Yeah. So anybody that wins the lottery wants to buy me, you know, 5 or 100 acres and a 10,000 square foot warehouse with some solar power and a well. That's all I need. That right there would become home base for an entire village, right? The bigger the better, because, you know, if you've got 100 acres, 100 acre wood, you just litter it with tiny homes and tree houses and big warehouses disguised as mountains, right? Or built into the mountains. You build it up against a mountain, and then just like at Disney World, you sculpt the mountain out around it so that now it's gone. It becomes part of the landscape, you know, rather than, of course, try to build into the mountain, which might work in some cases. Go out and buy an old mine, you know, open her up, fill it with fucking concrete, wall the hell out of it, make an underground world, you know. But I like the above ground warehouse thing because you can get the walls to enclose it, but you get the skylight above to still give you that sense of reality, right? Yeah, that'd be bitchin', man. Totally bitchin'. The bigger the warehouse is with a skylighted ceiling, the more morning, noon, and night you're going to get in there on the ground inside the warehouse, right? And you can make it so that you can tint this up here at any time and shade it, or make it brighter by adding lights. You know, have it have the entire thing over the forest irrigated with sprinklers, right? So that you can actually create rain. Yeah, tall enough so that you can have a giant tall waterfall in one corner. Totally. I'm thinking to that movie, The Iceman, right? Is that what it was called? Where they dig that guy up, frozen in ice, and they thaw him out, and they actually resuscitate him because of something he had ingested before he was flash frozen, right? So he actually thaws out, and he creates a bond with one of the scientists who's got a hairy face and is kind of grubby, so they kind of get along. But the structure that they used to keep the bears that they were researching on, right, was this big giant valley-looking thing, and that kind of reminds me of something similar, or the stuff that Disney creates, you know, with their cool, like the Jungle Cruise. That's really cool. I always love the Jungle Cruise because you feel like you're in a jungle, you know. And these things are just tiny little, you know, itsy bitsy little things compared to the like Disney World. Disney World. I mean, Jungle Cruise here, Jungle Cruise there is like giant because it's in Florida, so there's like actual jungle, you know, Everglades type jungle. Yeah, boy, I'd really like to go there too. Good old Disney World. I don't know, I've planned trips twice. Never seemed to work out. Yeah. Oh well. Such is life. But, you know, there are other things that wind up becoming more important than going to the most happiest place on earth. Sometimes the happiest place on earth is right here at home. You know? And like I said, I'm in a lot of pain, but this is the happiest I've been in my entire life. And of course, I have to be miserable doing it. The most happiest and the most miserable at the same time. Go figure. I don't understand it, man. I just don't get it. No, I better warm up this coffee because I know it is going to be cold. Cold, yeah. Let me heat it up. I'm going to stick it in the nucleator. Get it nice and toasty. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, look at that. My little blankie is crooked.
I got bare feet, so when I cross my legs and sit like this, I don't like my bare feet on that cold chair. So I got my little blankie. Got my little blankie. Makes me cozy. So yeah, the 100-acre wood with a 10,000 square foot warehouse. Even the outside of the warehouse should be painted to look like the forest that it's in, or it should be disguised on the outside to look like some giant rock that's just sitting there, right? And that would be even better. You know, you walk up and go, wow, look at this rock. Hey, wait a second. This isn't a rock. It's hollow. Oh my gosh, no way, dude.
Yeah, that's good stuff right there. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah.
No, really. And then just kind of fill it with a little world, you know. Maybe have a garage on the outside of the, property. You know, have a little house with a little garage, and you take a little elevator in the house and you go down, and there's, how easy would it be to make an underground passageway, right? You dig out a big trench, right? You floor it with concrete. You drop in storage containers, right? Just storage containers with the doors cut off either end. Storage containers. And you set them in there in this trench, deep trench on concrete, right? And then you concrete and rebar all the way around these things on the outside so that it's a concrete tube with a metal interior, right? And then you bury it. And it's perfectly big enough to drive a car through, a small car, like a little smart car, or little electric golf carts. You could have a little electric golf cart highway. You could have a 2-lane highway in a tube, right? Easy peasy. Easy to hang lighting. It's got a floor. It's all metal on the inside, concrete wall on the outside. And you just dig a long trench. And you're digging the trench here. Guys are coming behind you and they're laying concrete and rebar on a floor. Other guys are coming in and they're bolting down these things and welding them together. And then other guys are packing rebar around them. And then other guys are coming in and filling it up with concrete. And then, the last guys are pushing the dirt over it, packing it down. That's it. Gone. And you just take your little pathway straight over to your 10,000 square foot warehouse that is disguised as a giant rock sitting in the forest. And you come up underneath that and have those little pathways all over the property. Take down trees, dig a trench, pack it all back down, create forest floor over the top of it and little saplings. That's it. Gone. That'd be friggin' beautiful, man. Friggin' beautiful. There's probably those types of pieces of property everywhere. You could probably look on Google Earth right now and see 1,000 of them and not even know you're looking at them, right? Places where there's just a little house out in the middle of nowhere, and you go out there and you go down a closet and go behind a wall and down a stairwell and into an elevator and down into a shaft and then down a corridor, and here's a bicycle and you ride for 3 miles and you're at a place that is completely off the grid. Yeah, I believe that. I totally believe that. Fucking A, man. Oh my god, anyway. For sure. My wife last night, she's like, "Que habla?" I'm like, "It's Valley speak." She's like, "What? Valley speak? I'm speaking like a Val." She's like, "Oh." I gotta be me. I gots to be me. I put a lot of me, well, my creativity, into the video time machine opener for tonight. The intro was a lot of fun, and so it took me a bunch of tries to get it right. Put the video together, save it, find the right music, and then re-edit the video and save it, and then change some elements and save it, and then rework those elements and then save it, and then do some voice a couple of times until I get it right, you know, and until then put some text in and see if that looks good. Nah, get rid of it. So I went through a bunch of incarnations of this incarnations of this video time machine opener intro thing. And then I started with that to create a whole hour-long show that's pre-recorded. I will admit that it's pre-recorded. It's a previously recorded program. This program was previously recorded. I need to put that in there. It was a lot of fun to put it together, and I put together an entire hour of old nostalgic video stuff from the 1920s to the 1980s. And it was a lot of fun to do, a lot of fun to watch. It says a lot about who I am and how I grew up and what I was into and still am into. And because I first learned about the 1920s and 30s during the 1970s and 80s, and during the 1970s and 80s, my father had an old-time radio show type thing, much like the format that I'm using. My show is modeled after his show, the radio portion of my show. So it always felt like a radio show, the nighttime nonsense and nostalgia. I did 70 episodes of that, and for technical reasons decided to just go to, and family reasons decided to go to 1 day a week, but increase it and add video, which is something I've always wanted to do. And I was stymied to try to figure out how to shoehorn that into a 5-day-a-week schedule, because no, it's too much. So okay, I'll bust it down to 1 day a week. I can have a whole week to put into creating a video show. I won't do video shows every week. Unfortunately, things happen where I just can't do a show at all. So I will plan in not doing shows. Okay, no show this week, this is happening. No show this week, this is happening. And it'll be in the program guide. It'll just be in the calendar. Yeah, that's how you do that. It's only 6:30. Wow. Yeah. So the video portion of the show, that was kind of weird to try to figure out, but I kind of came up with a slight theme, right? The theme was started as, it's kind of a flowing theme. It starts as a 1920s and 30s theme, which goes into a 1970s slash 1920s and 30s theme, right? And then from there, it then blends into the 70s and 80s, right? And then we see the youth of the 70s and 80s, which is where I was when I was young. So we see a lot of that. And I don't want to give too much away. If I get a response from somebody, some kind of response in the comments, I might play the opening for the video time machine and share that here, because that would be cool. But if nobody wants it, then I'm not gonna push it. I'm not gonna force it. Oh, now take it easy. Yeah. But if I get somebody who says, yeah, play it, woohoo, then I might play the opening to the Minecraft show as well, if somebody so desires, right? But I'm not just going to play it for me. I mean, that'd be narcissistic. It's narcissistic. What kind of cystic? Brother and cystic. Ah, jeez. That was bad. That was bad. These jokes are bad. Oh, bad jokes. The joke's on me, because they're not even jokes. They're just bad. No, really. I get to come on here every morning and just shoot the shit, right? Which is cool, because I usually got a lot to say, but I got nobody to say it to, right? Yeah, I got a wife and daughter, but I'm not gonna sit there and every day, right? I already tried that with my wife. She's like, "What the hell is wrong with you? Why do you talk so much?" It's the coffee, honey. Yeah, that's it. It's coffee. So rather than just, shut up and put my head down, I decided to do this. And so that way I can kill two birds with one stone, and drink coffee and get stoned while I'm doing it. And on occasion make a friend who pops up on the show, and it's like, oh, hey, check it out. Another weirdo. That's totally cool. I totally dig that, I totally dig it. Dig it, baby. It's one of my cards. You see, it's got the morning show logo on it. and then my other information on the back here, so that I can share my stuff with people and say, hey, this is my hobby. Check out my hobby. You got a card for your hobby? Yeah. Oh yeah. I got tired of trying to tell people, all right, type this into your search. Go to YouTube, type it in your... Okay, yeah, click on that. I just got tired of doing that kind of shit. It's not me. It's like, here's a card. It's got all my information on it. Check out my channel. And that's how I do that. And it just, for me, it's a lot simpler. I'm kind of old school. I'm kind of an old business card type guy, where even if I was doing nothing, it would say freelance painter, freelance handyman, I've got some other cards that I had made when I was doing handyman work, and those helped. I could just drop a few here and there, give them out to people. Here's an extra one. Ooh, you got one for my friend? I don't know how many jobs I got by people saying, ooh, you got one for my friend? Totally cool. So I thought, you know what? Maybe I can do the same thing with the YouTube, Ooh, can I get another one? I know some other weird people that might like this. Great. Here, take a few. Go to a concert, just kind of drop a couple here and there, because eventually somebody's going to... What the hell is this shit? Who the hell is this guy? Oh, he's not... Poor guy. We better subscribe.
He does really good for a guy in his condition. A guy with his kind of problems, geez, it's a wonder he's still moving. It's a wonder he's not locked up. It's my lifelong love, Mary Jane. She's kept me on the right road. She's gonna kill me. Crazy bitch. But, you know, at least it'll be a good ride, you know, as opposed to not hanging out with Mary Jane. I did that for years and decades and stuff, and it just wasn't any fun. You know, I just felt like miserable, depressed, suicidal. But after I got injured and went back to Mary Jane full time, it's like, oh, now I remember why I did this so much when I was a kid. Oh, yeah. And then I went back to college and got straight fucking A+. I was like, oh, yeah. That's what it does for me. It separates me from the rest of the world and allows me to get along with it at the same time. Yep. Helps me stay away from big old bad depression. I gotta heat this up. I like hot coffee. Good old depression. That bully depression. Yeah, depression is just like those bullies in school that used to just fucking keep me beaten down, you know. I couldn't even look up in school a lot of the time through a lot of my years of schooling. I couldn't even look up because I would catch eyes with somebody who would just make me feel miserable by the way they looked at me, right? They would just look at me and I would just feel horrible, right, for like forever. I still get that, but right now it's usually from old biddies, right, who are so just steeped in old bullshit, right, that they look at you and they're like, and then they see me with a Mexican woman and they're like, oh, I mean, it's just, and you see it all over their face. They don't try to hide it, you know, and then they do when they see they've been caught. They're like, they smile and give you that fake smile, you know, hi, you know, but you can't hide, well, most people can't hide the reality of their emotions from their face. I'm a people watcher, so I know this to be true. But it's mostly the older women. There's a lot of older men out there who do the same thing, but it's usually older men, older women, who are still holding on to this sense of why hasn't the world caught on to the way they want things done? And how dare people do things against, you know, don't do things against my religion. You can't do that. You can't do, I was taught differently. How dare you do things differently than the way I was taught? I was taught the right way. And you got those people who are still around holding on to that. A lot of them in Washington, right? Where they're just so full of the old bullshit and themselves. They get pissed off when other people don't follow suit. You know, how dare you? Oy. Don't you know that interracial marriage is like an abomination? Oh, hi, how are you? How's it going? Gosh, you're a cute couple. Just like that. Just like that in their face, black and white. From negative to positive, or fake positive, right? Ugh. Yeah, where was I going? I don't know. I better keep going down this road, because that seems to be helping. That seems to be doing the trick. Now I'm starting to get jonesed out wanting some Minecraft. Right? Ooh. So my daughter's birthday is 2 weeks from tomorrow. Yeah, 2 weeks from tomorrow. And a friend of ours is letting us use one of the Airbnbs, which is such a sweet gesture. Of course, my daughter, you know, has to take advantage of the sweetness, and she's like, can we get the house this? And I was like, all right, like once or twice a year, I will ask these really, really nice people if we can use the house because it hasn't been booked. All right, but no more than that, right? Not every concert, we can't do that. So let's, you know, pick and choose. So it was graduation and this is her birthday. So those are two perfectly viable reasons to get you guys a vacation rental house for a couple of nights. Yeah. Back when we were young, you know, at 19, 20, 18, 21, that age in there, we never knew where we were going to hold a party unless there was a cool family that said, yeah, we can do it here, you know. So to be able to, you know, say, okay, well, here's a house, you guys can be there for 2 nights, you know, nobody goes to jail, nobody gets killed, nobody gets pregnant. That's it, man. Those are the rules, you know. Have fun. That's it. And they've done this several times, and those have always been the rules, and they're so tame compared to us at their age, right? Oh gosh, it's crazy to think that we did the things that we did, right? And I know, you know, they're still young, and they probably do some things that I don't know about, which is fine. You know, I don't need to know everything. I just need to know that everything is okay, and that, you know, people are smart enough to know right from wrong, and that's it. You know, you're smart enough to know, you know, do it from don't do it, you know, and, you know, don't do it. That's all you need to know, is to don't do it. So I don't require any heavy, you know, duty. You know, better sign a contract with your kid about this and that. Yeah, you better get a contract with your kid. Are you kidding me? You sign a contract with your kid, and you better just shoot yourself. Why'd you have a fucking kid if you got to sign a contract with, and then hope that they're out before they're 18, right? Ugh. People like that just kill me. Just kill me. Just kill me. Shoot me now. It's pathetic, you know. I mean, no judging, right? But I will judge not the people, but I will judge actions. You know, if you're guilty of those actions, well, then you better judge yourself. But I mean, if that's you, shame on you. Let's bring back shaming once again. Let's shame people for shit they can fucking change. If you can't change it, don't shame people for it. You know? If it's something that they can change about themselves, that is going to help them and everybody around them, then yeah, shame that fucker. Shame, shame. Shame on you. Yep. Song was going through my head, sorry. I don't want to sing it, I'll get copyrighted. No. No way, man. No way. Oh, that dog is out. Oh, it's out. So I've got about 7 things to upload for next week, and then I've got to make the daily cards, and then I've got to make the commercial, and then I've got to make the daily cards for Facebook and the daily cards for YouTube community. So all of that goes pretty quick. Once I make the 5 cards for the 5 days, then I'm just inserting those into certain elements to create other elements. You know, 5 widescreen wood panels for the Facebook, 5 square panels for YouTube, and then the program guide, 1 to be used on YouTube and added 2 videos, and then 1 that has 10 seconds at either end that I can use live if I decide to play it live. And then I've got the 10-second buffer to start it and then fade to it. Right? I'm trying to like do it professionally and stuff. It's so cool. A 3rd computer would do wonders for me. Another audio video mixer, a couple of new cameras, but another computer. It doesn't have to be an expensive computer. A Chromebook would work. I just need something to go live from so that I can free up this computer here for more graphics, right? If I can do some upstream or downstream key graphics for so right now, if I were to punch a button and an image or something would show up hanging in front of me, you know, that would be a downstream graphic. So I need to figure out how to do that. I might be able to do it the way things are set up now, but the way I have it set up now, it works. Technically, I don't run into too many issues other than a software cleanup or reinstall, you know, so it's nothing major. I think while I'm on hiatus at some point, and when I'm on a hiatus, I may do a continue to do the video time machine. If I'm not going to be on video, on camera, audio, video, for a nighttime nonsense and nostalgia, how would I handle that? Would I do text narration? I don't know. I don't know. Would I use one of those computer voices? No, I hate those things. I fucking hate them. I think I've got them in like 3 or 4 different programs between these 2 computers at least, and probably one on the freaking phone. But nah, I don't like them. I don't like the voices. I don't like the way you have to spell some things phonetically so that the stupid computer can understand how to say it, right? Beautiful. So now I don't want to get into that. Yeah, I've already got probably a third of the stuff picked out for next week's video show. So I'm going to have to be diligent about not only staying on top of the normal programming, the radio shows and occasional educational film. And I dig up those educational films now while I'm looking for old-time radio and looking for video bits, bytes, and tidbits and stuff for the video time machine. So, yeah. I keep these little rolling collections of educational films and type stuff. So that I can every week have, now I just need 5 things a week to upload. Next week we've got Dinosaurs, a first film, so it's probably like, I believe it's like claymation type stuff, slow, stop motion animation, right? The Media Center in Action. So in the I think it's 1960s, they're going to show the modern media center and what it looks like and how it works. And then on Old Time Radio Wednesday, because that was Television Tuesday, that's why the Media Center. And then on Old Time Radio Wednesday, I'm doing Antenna Fundamentals, wave propagation, I think is what it is. And so it'll show the way radio waves and antennas work, which is exactly perfect for that day. And then Thursday is Family Life on Throwback Thursday. And then on Flashback Friday, Cindy Goes to a Party. And it's just an educational film on etiquette, party etiquette. That's it. So there's just 5 educational films for next week. I've only got one live evening show this week, and that's, is that tonight? Is tonight Thursday or Friday? What the hell is today? Yeah, I guess it is. I guess it is tonight. If this is Friday. Is this Friday? This is Friday. There you see, that's how that works. When you sleep twice a day and you don't get enough sleep ever, you never really quite know what day it is. When I was doing the 2 shows a day, I won't do that anymore. No, I knew exactly what day it was every day because I always had to have something going on. You know, it got to be a drain trying to come up with a new set list every night, and then doing it every night, trying to fit it into a schedule with, you know, during like dinner when everything is like happening. So Friday tonight we're going to have to figure out an early dinner schedule or have a late lunch and then have a late dinner. I don't know, but I'm going to be in here for at least an hour at 5 with a live mic, but at 6 I start the video portion of the show, and all of that runs through on its own. I just sit and watch with the headphones on and adjust the mic where I need to, or adjust the volume where I need to. On occasion, I can hit my microphone and say something, which if I have something clever to say, I probably will, because I'll be watching. And then I'll be watching going, oh, look at that mistake there. Oh, look at that typo. Oh, geez. Oh, man. Ah. Oh, e, ooh, ah. So I'll punish myself by watching it. But that's cool. I mean, I think I've gone through it enough before I saved it that it is a pretty decently edited, very entertaining hour. You know, from the beginning opening that I created for it all the way through to the last little tidbit of time, and then the end credits of the nighttime show. Because I just said, you know what, by then I'm not going to want to come back. I'm just going to want to end the show. So I just tacked the end credits onto the end of that for the nighttime show. And then hopefully, you know, yay! Next week will be a little easier putting it together, because it took me a few days to gather up all the material, and then to create, well, I won't have to create a new opening, which is great, because that took me a few hours. It took me about most of a day. So I'm hoping that putting together each show will be a little easier, you know, like here's a spoiler alert. I put a little portion of Entertainment Tonight from, I think, 1985. So I didn't want to use the whole thing because it's like 22 minutes long or something. I was like, no, I can't chew up that'll slow the show down. So I just edited out the beginning of the show and the portion that I wanted to use. And then I did the same thing for another segment where I just wanted a portion of the show. So I showed the opening and then the portion of the show, and then we went on to something else. And I'm going to use that formula. Grab some Saturday morning stuff. Another spoiler alert. I'm going to try to find some video game play to put in there, right? What the hell does he mean? So old-time recorded video games. So let's say somebody recorded on their VHS, they recorded themselves playing Super Mario or Donkey Kong or Asteroids or Pong or something, right? I need to find that. So that's video game play. So I'll be looking for that as content to add to the nighttime show on the video time machine. That'll be righteous there. New stuff. I'm going to go add some more coffee to this and heat it up. I'll be right back. I'm back, babies. No, really. The house is awake. Things are happening, moving and shaking. I'm getting real excited now, but I gotta drink more coffee so the excitement doesn't wane. Who the fuck is Wayne? Ah, jeez, I didn't start it. I didn't fucking start it. Better. Better. It's mo better. All right. So once again, if there's anyone there and you want, I'll play the new opening thing that I made. But there's nobody there, so just forget it. I'm not playing it. That's all there is to it. If you don't want to play with me, I won't play with you. Ah, jeez. Guy's depressing. Really? The sounds of a kitchen. The clanging of dishes that reminds me of the restaurant work I used to do. Yeah. The smell of coffee, the sound of clanging dishes and silverware. The smell of cigarettes and food, fried food. Yeah. What do you mean cigarettes? Jeez. Well, you remember back when you could smoke at McDonald's? You get those little ashtrays out in the lobby. That was the thing. Yeah, I think the last time that we were at a McDonald's where they had ashtrays in the lobby was in, oh my God, I want to say 2006 up in Nevada, I think. Was it Nevada? Where was that? Yeah, I think it was. I think it was. Yeah. I don't recall exactly. Not precisely, exactly. Anyways, man. Orderly, man. How come these are identical? These two identical pieces of chipboard. Book. This my little book. I should have made it a little oversized, but that's okay. It still works. It's just enough to do the job. You know, it's got a job to do. It's gonna fucking do the job. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. That's bitchin'. See, now I've got to run around the map, or run around the world, Frederick, and finish off the map. Add all the little stops along the way that and all the new roads and stuff that I've created. Because this one's slightly out of date. It's, I created that a couple of years ago when like a year after I created the world. And then I stopped playing for like over a year. And yeah, there's a lot going on. I've got 2 open nether portals, so I need to open them up, use them. I hate to do that stuff without my daughter, though, because number one, I'm scared, and number two, she knows everything about that kind of stuff, and three, I don't want to do that adventure alone, right? So there's that. Oh my God, look at my belly. Stop it. No way. Yeah, I'm starting to get that that creative Jones again. I gotta keep a hold of it. Gotta keep a hold of it, baby. I don't want to lose it, baby. I can't lose it. I don't want to lose it. Don't want to lose it. Yeah, I mean, look, I had a cutting board and rulers and glue and tape and, you know, all kinds of implements of creation here. Folded paper. Yesterday, Joey stopped by and shared a couple of photos of his origami exploration. It was pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool. Yeah, I'm excited. Totally. I'm thinking about, you know, the next stuff that I have to create. Not have to, but want to, need to. I need to do a test card. Technical difficulties, you know. This is a test, this is only a test, that kind of thing. And just do a short, you know, 3 or 5 minute test video with a test card that I can put on and then run my live test and see if things are working correctly. Something that's somewhat entertaining. Maybe I'll make a few of them so that every time I have to use one, it'll be a slight variation. No? Yeah. Dude, the ideas come and go quicker than I can write them down sometimes. It's alright. They'll all wind up where they're supposed to be eventually, at some point in the world, in the YouTube world. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think what I'll do is create a themed show in the morning. Once a week I'll do a themed version of the daily morning show, including like on Mondays follow that theme and actually do movie stuff, have a projector, maybe play a movie that I've got previously copyrighted okay, and you know, talk movies with props and graphics and video and stuff, and then do the same thing on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then like once a week pick one of those days and follow that theme as far as I can go with it, you know. That's a lot of work. That's about as much work as it is to get like the video time machine going, which is a perfect video title for the Flashback Friday. These things just come to me serendipitously. Serendipitously? That's it. It just happens. It just pops out. Put it back in. Yeah. I'm starting to think it's going to be time to eat something else. My goodness, that cereal bar sure wears off quick. Oh, that coffee is so good.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hoo-wee. Yeah. Yep. Movie sound bites and TV. Movie and TV sound bites, right? Because that's something I'd like to add to the evening show. Would be little snippets from movies and TV, like we used to hear on KMET, right? Where we would hear the Tom Hanks laugh from The Money Pit, right? Or we would hear a snippet from Cheech and Chong, or a snippet from this movie. You just hear a little sound bite, you know, something funny, something weird, maybe something historic. I can come up with a lot of that stuff. Rather than do a news broadcast, which I need to find more of. Let's do historic radio announcements. All right. That seems cool. We could do that. So there's a little bit of research and material gathering that I can do. It's kind of like Minecrafting, right? Because I go out and I get on the internet, and then I mine these internet places, these sources for this information and this data, and then I take it and I craft these things out of it, you know, and then display my wares. Yeah, it's kind of fun. It's kind of Minecrafty. It is kind of cool. You could, I guess, equate that Minecraft thing just about anything, right? That's just the way life is. You want something, you get stuff and you build it. Oh my God, that's such a revelation. Did he say relevation? Yeah. That's like re-elevation. That's like getting high again. Oh wow. There's a segue for you. Re-elevation. It's like getting high again. I'm gonna get high again.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I hope I don't get to the point on this live stuff where I really, really forget that I'm live and start doing weird, everyday, kooky shit that I do, because that'd be crazy.
What the hell is this guy doing? Doesn't he know he's live?
Oh my God. Sometimes, even though it's all right there on 3 screens in front of me, 4 screens, you just forget that you're live. You just forget that all that's there. It really does happen. I don't think you're getting any of that bagel, big dog. I don't think you're getting any of it.
But I don't know, though.
Yeah, stimuli. Surrounded by stimuli from the past. It's like the beginning of time travel right there. Mm-hmm. tell me the name of that movie? Christopher Reeve. Never mind. I got Somewhere in Time, right? He uses a penny. He uses an old penny to time travel. Time travel of the mind, whatever. Wouldn't that be cool, though? If you could just use physical objects to transport you into the past mentally and actually go there. Whoa. Yeah. Heavy stuff. Heavy. Like a big fat guy on a mini bike. Remember that poster? Right? The big fat twin guys, and they're on those little mini bikes with their butt cracks showing. That was totally 70s. That was a great poster. Like Farrah Fawcett.
Oh, yeah.
Be right back. I'm back, babies. I am live. That's debatable, I guess. Live is kind of a loose term for what I am. Yeah. It ain't exactly true, but it ain't exactly false. Is it a misnomer? I don't know. I don't know. Wow. Whoa. Friday. Lunch. Wow. I can't believe the first week of September is just about dead, right? That's time does move faster the older you get, or maybe it's just been moving faster in general for everybody, and those who are younger just don't notice it. Right? Maybe you only start to notice it the older you get. Why do you think they keep making us set our clocks back, man? Whoa, you ever think about that? There is conspiracy for you, man. Daylight savings? What are we saving it up for, man? Because we're gonna need it, man. That's why. That's what I'm telling you, man.
What the hell's this guy talking about? That's not what it means.
Really?
I know what it means. Oh, I know what it means.
Yep. It means this. Because you can't change what you can't change. But when you can change it,
well, fucking change it.
Jeez. If you can change a diaper, then change the damn diaper. If you can't, well, stand the fuck back. Let a pro in. can change it, though. I don't like it, but I can do it. No, really. No, really. Crap. Oi. Oi. Okay, it's there. It's there. Oh. Stupid pain. You monkey fist. Yeah, he just beat himself up, man. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden he was there, and then he just beat the fuck out of himself. Oh my God. I think he broke his own neck. It could happen. It could happen. What I'd like to do today is get your version of what happened. You mean the truth? Well... So I need to be able to punch up sound bites and just play it, boom, and have it play instantly. None of that lag shit, loading. I think I'm going to have to look into the possibilities of recording sound bites into the keyboard and then just having that piped in through the microphone jack. Right? I think that would work. Huh. I gotta give it a shot at some point. At some point I gotta try to use the downstream key for graphics. Right? At some point. Damn. Damn. Oh, let's see. So I've got to finish uploads. Do a program guide. Put a show together for tonight. So I need a set list. I need to organize my show. Uh-huh. I need to find some news and historic radio announcements. Okay. And some music. Yeah. More music. So that's going to keep me busy for the day.
So the video time machine portion of the show is done. In the can. I think I even brought it over to this computer here, and it is ready to use. Our new elements live. Nope. New open. Video time machine with today's date on it. That must be the one. And that video is 59 minutes and 30 seconds long. That's awesome, man. So we put all of these used stuff away, and there it is. Where we have open and close. There we go. Okay, these are these cards. Great, I can use those. Alright. I wonder if I still have that in the editing program. I wonder, let's check. Let's open up that editing program and take a look. Arg. Okay. So, 2 computers. I should be able to get uploads going on this one. Downloads on this one, and then save the stuff over to here, and then do down uploads here and creating over here. Totally. So anyway, Mom's up early because she's got a date helping a friend, a neighbor, get her kid back into school. They lost shot records. Now they got to go through the whole rigmarole. So what you do is you get an experienced parent to help you. So that's what my wife is. She's an experienced parent who's been through all of that crap. And so she's going to go take her to figure that shit out, get her kid in school, which is really cool. Everybody needs a friend like my wife. Everybody. I say everybody. Okay, so let's see, what was I looking for? Well, I guess if I find it, then it's there. Oh, I know what I was looking for.
That's not there. Well, one last look here. I think I culled the herd here and got rid of it. Dagnabbit. Well, it's pretty easy to recreate. It's only a few elements. Audio edited down and a video card. That's it. The PNG. That's all. Not much. A couple of effects. Save it out. I guess I'll have to create a new one. Gosh golly. So I call that a pre-show video. For the new nighttime nonsense and nostalgia show. Boy, this stuff today is getting busy. Busy, busy. Alright. Just gonna have to deal with what I can deal with. That's it. Alright, this is... That one is done. Yay. It's gonna have to be a video. So I'm gonna need a card and sound and an effect. That's it. It's gonna have show info. There. Voila. So that's in the mix there. Guess I could dig up some of these elements here, some of these elephants. A new pre-show. Okay. I'm going to keep the music. I like the show music, the show elevator music, and I like the songs, and I like ending on Puff the Magic Dragon. It's a great cue. It's the shortest song there. And it's just an easy listen. So I'm going to continue to use that one. Let's see. Hopefully this program doesn't affect the live. I'll wait to set the cloud on it. Autosave. Because that'll probably chew up some of my internet and slow this video down. Not that there's much going on, really. I've only got 20 minutes left. So let's see. Let's get my music. The music is an audio track in the Nighttime Nonsense and Nostalgia show file. say it's in the ads. Okay, well, Kmart, here we go. $73. That's the one. Well, my body's in turmoil right now. I'd better switch these machines around. Keyboard forward, keyboard back. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. It's a good enough title for now.
Dreaming dreams we all do, working hard.
Okay, so there's the audio element and a title. Let's see, where are my video elements? I just saw them. Graphics? Nope. 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 Ah, here we go. There we go. Open, 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 open. There's that. And that is a JPEG. Okay, that will work. Now I need a graphic. And this time I will make them separate graphics so that I can make them glitch independently of each other, right? Okay. So let's see, let's turn this canvas off so it's invisible. And we are going to use a standard text because it is standard. All right, and black. Okay. Let's just go ahead and build that graphic here while we're already here. We'll just grab that JPEG there and drop it. And if anybody shows up and wants me to show you what I'm doing, feel free to ask. Okay, that, and there it is. Alright. Open, open, open. And there she be. Crop, crop.
There it goes. No, I want to build it independently, but I like the way this looks. But I think I want to change it, but not here. Okay, let's get rid of this. Let's go to a different program. Let's keep you there. Well, no, let's get rid of you because I'm going to change you out. Yes. Remove. Drop you down. Open you with... There we go. Open with... photos. Let's edit in photos. And let's turn it a little bit of vignette around the edges. I think that's what I want to do, baby. Ooh. Looks a little washed out around the sides there. Yeah, just a little bit of vignette. Contrast. Ooh, black and white. That looks really great. Actually, I think I'll make one black and white. Yeah, if I make one black and white, I can flicker between the two. That'll look cool, right? That'll look cool. What the hell's he doing? Just playing around on the computer, building graphics. So let's save this one. Open and closing elements. Now, where are we at? Let's go here. Black and white, and we want to save it here. Yeah. Okay, and then let's. Oh. Oh my God. See if we can fix it now with contrast. Nope. You can't replace the color once you've washed it out. Alright, so we'll load it up again. Open it with photos. So let's go back to edit. And let's pop on that vignette again. There we go. Put it out at 40. this one. $40 that one.
That looks all right.
Warmth. I like it really warm. That looks cool. Okay. Let's save this one. And this one will be color. There we go.
Now, let's build some graphics. I'm going to have to let you guys go soon so I can go to work.
Okay, there's the new color change here. Yeah, that's going to be cool, man. All right, open up that program again. Bring these three guys in. Yeah. Okay, sound. I've got 3 different color bars. Black and white and 2 colors. They're slightly different. See how I can put that together so it looks glitchy. Okay, now I need graphics, title stuff. Let's get a new one. No, don't save this. Totally, yeah. Alright, and then canvas. Turn it off. Text. Alright. Black. And let's just use new time. Time is New Roman. That's just a basic one there. Let's see. Okay, we are experiencing technical difficulties. Right. In black. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm going to save out this first card here.
There's that one. Totally. Well, let's save this one where the graphics are. And that ain't it. Oh, yeah, that's it. PNG, that's right. Alright. Totally. Now I will, ooh, that's nice. I am going to, well, drop some of this stuff away and open up the closing credits for this morning and bid you a fond farewell, because I am hot and rolling now and I don't want to stop. So thank you for joining me. Have a great day. Be kind, spread peace and love, not a bunch of bullshit, and do something for yourself. But, you know, as usual, try to do something for yourself as well, because that's what it's all about, baby. Alright, take care. Love you guys. Don't forget, stay weird. Adios.